Alright Bodgers, back on the Mini. A couple of things today. First of all, we've got some cute little wiper blades, which will actually make the car look a lot more complete. Obviously, we've not wired any of it in yet, but we'll come to that. And today is going to be the day we actually get this thing running. It's happening, claiming it. Subscribe if it happens. Nice and easy. Something as simple as that makes it look a hell of a lot better. Look at those little cute things. I'll have to see them working at some point, but that'll be cool. Right, let's get this bugger running. Alright, one of the course of actions we need to do is to put a accelerator cable in, because there isn't one. Not exactly a very good car to get to accelerate, or even potentially start without one. So we've got a cable. We've just got to basically sort of feed it backwards. A bit weird the way cables work. So I'll show you from the other side. So basically these cables have like an internal bit, so we need to effectively for now detach this, because that's going to be going on the other side. Obviously where it mounts onto the pedal and it sort of clicks in, you'll see in a sec, but obviously we've got this big old cable that's got to go on this side, and it's done like that I think. So obviously where it feeds through there's a tiny little hole. Well, we can see it, let's have a look. Tiny little hole, there it is. So you got one on the right and then one on the left. It's the left one we're interested in, that tiny little hole there. So we're going to pull this out of here for now. Come on out, sir. I'm going to feed the cable backwards through the inside of the car. So let me show you what it looks like. So from inside here, there's a little notch on the top of the pedal there. What we're going to kind of do really, you don't have to do it this way, but you feed it through here. Oh, can we film up there? Everything's in the way. And then the little hole, if I shove them in there first. There we go, he's going through that little hole right there. So you feed him all the way through, goes all the way through, and then this bit slots in here and locks into place on there. And that's what gives you your accelerator. Obviously they can fall off quite easily. There we go. So he locks in place like that, so it goes flush. So then when you press the accelerator pedal down, it's pulling that cable through on the carburetor. Let's go that side. Okay, this is super difficult to film one-handed as well, so I am doing my best. Good thing with this cable, or this end of it, is both the ends are the same, so I don't think you can go really wrong. So you feed that cable through that hole there. There we go, the worst blurriest thing in the world. Let's see if we can do it one-handed for you. He is going to feed through here, like so. So eventually you get it all the way up to there, and what you've done is you've pulled your cable all the way through. It's not very good for focusing. There we go, you pull the cable all the way through, and on this end that's got to basically push into the firewall. Probably going to be a bit of a nightmare, but that's what you've got to do with it. So bear in mind you might come up with the same problem as mine. There's a little bit of an old sort of sleeve, if you like, stuck in there. So I've fed the cable through that thinking that was right, but it's not. So I'm guessing I have to push the cable back through and pull that little sleeve out, and that way the new end will slot into place. So we'll see what that looks like in a sec. Okay, so what I found I had to do in the end was the old hammer and screwdriver technique. So basically on the back end of there, I had to put it in there and just whack it until the insert come out. So it turns out it's half right. You don't bash the insert out after all. I think mine had just snapped off inside. So you can see there the remnants of what was the cable there. Look, this side I think is fine, that's where it normally would feed in, but this side, that little inner coating bit there, is I believe the outer edge of an old one of these. This thing here, yeah, it pretty much is. So I'm going to have to try and somehow get the insert of this out, put this back in, and that's what locks this all back into place. Yeah, you can kind of tell how it works. So I'm going to have to clean this up, and yeah, we'll see what we can do with it. There we go, after a lot of flapping around, I've managed to get the insert out. So this bit then will push back into the firewall, and then that bit will hopefully slot inside of there and then lock into place when you push it in hard enough. Might need to put some kind of sealant on there or something just to, you know, keep it in, because this is an old piece. I'm going to see if I can buy one online. I don't know what the hell to search for, but yeah, interesting. Let's get it in. Right, after that we've done a bit bodging because I haven't got the little locking nut thing that goes on the end of the cable. But yeah, so we've got to just wedge one of them on there for now. It works, and roughly a spring onto here. I do need to get those things, but it does work as technically a temporary accelerator cable. So like you said, it comes out of there. It's probably a complete direct way. I'm sure from memory it used to feed around the front. But either way, you feed it round in any kind of way until it bolts into place, and it goes through the top sort of hole on your carb. And when you press the accelerator pedal, that should move. So there's your pedal. It's got like a return spring. I wouldn't want to drive like that, but you know, for just test purposes. And then if I do film that, there you can see the cable moving. There we go. So clearly would temporarily work. Don't do bodging like professional bodger. Jesus Christ. There we go. I'm not quite sure if that was a decent video at all. Definitely wasn't. It's just me fitting an accelerator cable, but yeah. We'll get it running next time. It's going to happen.